sorry, go ahead.
No. Did you have anything?
Did you prepare the sending spell today?
She nods. She walks forward, grabs the torch, and sprints forward.
Good talk. That's real. That Steven said that as she did that. Like, good talk.
Beautiful.
Hey guys, it looks like the white bowl just lit up. Did one of you guys light that? Oh, Isabel, I guess you're lighting that one.
So Isabel, you head towards the...
Yeah.
Pick up that torch. So as you extend that torch, you note that the flame that was in this bowl is just so low that it's just kind of like this pale aquamarine colored embers. And as you extend the torch in, the flame doesn't really lick up around the torch, and you find yourself just kind of like standing there, almost like you're prodding at the embers within the bowl.
Of course. Maybe something with the thing on the door.
Well, that's cool. I didn't want to really have a conversation anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
He says down the hallway at Isabel,
Yeah.
just like poking at the embers.
Yeah, I get it.
The bowls on the door were embedded in the door.
Yeah, they're kind of extended a little bit,
Okay.
yeah. To give them all like space to have flame above them. And it's a pretty large door on that side. And then the door that you all came in is, down those stairs where Nathaniel currently still is. And that's just like a nice, it's like kind of matches the same. It's a black, like iron door, black metallic door with all those carvings in it. And in the center is that symbol of Melchizedek.
Can I just push it?
Push what?
The door? See if it opens?
You start to push the door, and it does slowly start to give a little bit. It seems heavy, but it doesn't necessarily seem locked to you.
All helps to push the door open.
Beautiful. Roll a strength check. One of you and the other one can aid, so with advantage.
You don't want me doing this.
I think it's... Hey, Isabel! You feeling strong today?
Xerxes, come here. We need help to open this door.
Whoever has the strength skulls
not
that
negative.
wants to roll it.
Mine is negative, so we don't want Stephen doing this. Oh wait, can we use guidance?
If Michael would allow it.
You could try on your next attempt, but this one, as Saru kind of like shoulders in and you're all kind of pushing the door, you feel that the door like is kind of giving, as if it is just extremely heavy in its at least current state. You're kind of pushing, but you can feel it giving behind you. As you guys, the three of you kind of are like shouldering into this, once you get it to a certain point, all 6 of the bowls kind of give a slight shudder. And you swear the three of you can hear these like hairline fractures or something, like just, and a small amount of dust kind of comes from the bowls a little bit. And that's what you note as of current time.
Maybe we should stop pushing on the door.
But one of the bowls is still lit, right? At the
Yes,
door?
the bottom right most bowl is lit with a white flame.
Is it warm? Does it get off any heat?
Yeah, as you kind of hover your arm nearby over it, you don't sense any heat.
Try and stick the torch Isabel grabbed. Kind of hover it over it, see if it does anything.
Yeah, as you hover the torch, which is this aquamarine colored torch, kind of over it, you see it. It seems drawn to the torch. It almost like starts to come towards the torch, but it doesn't seem to light the torch. that aquamarine torch.
So are like you and Anna like having a fight or something? Like, do you not want to talk to her?
What?
Just I don't know. We could maybe talk to Anna, Isabel, and see where she's at. But you ran away from me the most. So I don't know if I had said something to you this morning. Like I know,
I was thinking something completely different then.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to. Just I'll be honest. I'm not the first one to really understand women. So like, I don't know if there was like a. Yeah, do you want to try contacting?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I could do that. Yes. Isabel will cast sending after being
All
a
right.
little awkward.
So as Croft,
Steven's super awkward. He's just kind of looking at you.
as Steven stares at Isabel, she's about to cast sending, and Croft gets his 25 words together. We're gonna switch to someone else very quickly. There's only one other person that could switch to. That person is Anna. Anna, some time has passed, so we're gonna see whereabouts you may be.
Fair warning, I just had to reload and see Matt's advance for 10 seconds. It is currently recalculating splines.
You know, you need the splines. The splines are really important to roll 20. That makes sense why I couldn't move your token to the page.
Can you hear me at all? Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, I hear you.
Gotcha.
Were you dark there?
Like my mic was not working at all, and I can't figure out why that was.
Sounds
Glad you
great
can
now.
hear me now.
Yep.
I can hear you just fine.
It's okay. I was gonna tell Croft to put the thing in the white flame like 10 minutes ago, so we could have saved some time. But the
Oh boy. All right, Anna, but you can hear me. We don't actually need a map.
That's true.
So,
I can listen.
Anna. Let's do a little this first. Anna, you find yourself transported to a completely unfamiliar place. Hot sunlight shines down upon you, and arid wind whips across your face and the bare areas of your arms. You can feel particles of sand impacting your skin with every blow of the wind. It takes your eyes, well adjusted to the darkness of the previous rooms, a few moments to adjust to this intense light and heat of this place. Immediately in front of you is a completely freestanding dark metal door, much like the one you passed through to enter the crypts just a few moments prior. A double door with an arched top and decorative carvings across its surface. The same symbol of Northgeath sits right in its center, carved into the door. Though this door stands completely unattached to any frame. Similar to the time before, a few weeks ago, before you met Northgeath, when you were having a conversation with the thought to be past Clavius Hart. Though this time, instead of this kind of fog-shrouded void, the door sits just sitting in this desert landscape of hot golden sand. Anna, you can see for what feels like miles around. There is nothing but red rock jutting from golden sand and a pale blue cloudless sky overhead with just this bright, glaring white sun. And as you kind of take in your desert surroundings, you see this kind of large, unmoving humanoid shape. Seems to be kneeling upon one knee, maybe about 50, 60 feet from you, kind of opposite the door. It has one hand resting upon this very long spear that's just angled straight upward into the sky, and another hand just perpendicular kind of to its chest, and it's forming a fist. And it's in a position that almost looks like it is in mid-bow, as someone would bow toward like maybe an opponent before a duel. And you can tell that this form appears to be made of stone. Anna, that is what you see.
Okay. I have roll 20 reloaded,
Dope.
so I can move. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is look around and then try to summon Lunes to me. Does he come?
He appears beside you.
Anna will like mutter to herself and say, "Not dead, I guess." As she looks behind her, what does she see? Like if she's like trying to like imagine like looking, is like there a temple, or is there like a flame? Is she still holding a torch?
The torch that was previously in your hand is no longer there. Yeah, looking behind you, you only see this door. Kind of looking around the door, you can just see just miles upon miles of what looks like this sand.
So the door is behind me and the stone figure is in front of me.
Yep.
Okay. Anna will slowly, tentatively approach the stone figure, getting about there, 15 feet away, and she will return the bow and will offer in common a hello there. Where am I?
Anna, as you bow, this stone figure, which you can tell kind of looking at it, is this statue that's probably been in this climate, this well-weathered statue. There's wind just kind of whipping by, and it's got chunks of the stone just kind of missing in places. But as soon as you kind of come up from your bow, it starts to move. It finishes the bow that it currently is, looks at you, and then immediately takes a defensive stance. And Anna, I need you to roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative!
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it a cool map? Do you want to send the camera rock over there for our YouTube continuity?
I don't think the camera rack is broken currently, right?
The camera rock is online.
Oh, shit. I will bring the camera rock.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if it's working or not, but this is a weird thing.
Yeah, don't break anything if that's what it'll take. I was just curious.
I think it will work, actually. If I do this. It's very interesting. The rest of you sit tight for the moment. But possibly only for the moment.
It's amazing, guys. Like nothing you've ever seen.
Get out of here.
Michael made an oil painting for a map.
Yeah.
You're right. How did you know? Garbage. There's others. Oh, come on, you son of a bee. Alright, Anna, I'm just going to click initiative again. I know you beat him. He had a
LOL.
4.
So you'd rather have those rolls.
Yeah, those are way better. He had a 4. And you had a 16. 2-1. Alright, I'm gonna restart the sandbox, see if that fixes it. It's giving me rounds, it's just not giving me people, but that's fine for now. Okay, Anna, you see this thing, bow towards you and take a kind of defensive position after you bow towards it.
Okay, well, Anna will bonus action engage her blade song. So she's feeling threatened. Can she do some sort of what kind of roll to see if she has ever heard of any sort of creature like this?
Yeah, do Arcana check. Yeah, with an 18, Anna, the best guess you have is that this is some type of golem. It reminds you of kind of what you guys faced outside, just because it does resemble this stone statue, and it seems to be propelled by at least some type of magic. And as you're kind of looking it over, you note that its eyes, which were these just dark sockets of carving, are now glowing this bright magenta color.
Got it. So she thinks it's a golem of some sort. It's probably not going to be able to reason with any sort of golem. So I think Lunes is going to fly up there, use the help action, so Anna can get advantage, and she's going to attack twice. Only advantage on the first attack. I don't think he's particularly threatening. I think he needs to use the help action. That's kind of how
Seems good.
Do either of them hit?
So Anna, as you swing in with the first one, he kind of takes this step back and flings his spear in the way, parrying away this first attack, and it puts you off balance for your second swing, and you are unable to hit the creature on that second attack with the 15. 15 does not hit. 20 would have.
Okay. It's an action and a bonus action.
It will first attack. It's going to kind of lash out. Well, it is off balance, kind of trying to kick out at you with its leg. Start there. 20 to hit. Oh, no.
Nope.
So as it kicks out, you see it's trying to kind of like trip you to the floor as it regains its balance and immediately tries to spear twice at you. Both of them kind of dodging over your shoulders as you're able to like get low around this thing. And that is what it's got on its turn. It is your go.
Yeah. She's going to use a bonus action to get lightning active on her. Die. Lunas is going to use the help action again, and we're going to try this again, see what happens. And we're going to try this again.
Flashing out with the Talir, you see it kind of starting to try and dodge out of the way, but you are able to connect. Scraping against this thing.
Man.
After the first hits, you kind of try to come back up with it, and it is actually going to attempt, as you kind of go wide, to grab you with its reaction. I need an athletics or a acrobatics check from you. Who the fuck is this athletics guy? Ooh, yeah. So as it kind of reaches in to try and grab you, you're able to dodge out of the way. And I'm gonna roll to confirm it because it is technically does not confirm. But it tries to grab down at you as you kind of dodge out of the way after this miss. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Anna?
Yeah, I think she wants to move backwards. Using her full complement of speed.
Beautiful.
Just so if things go bad, she's closer to the door. Can I do an investigation check? Did it look like I did anything to it? Like, did the lightning go through? Or perception?
Yeah. Roll perception or medicine. Either is up to you. Yeah, as you scraped across it, you see the lightning kind of dance across its skin, or it's the stone, and it does seem to kind of falter a bit. It's hard particularly to tell if anything is happening directly to it, but it does seem to stall a bit. So it seems like your lightning is probably doing something to it, if not full. As you kind of run back towards the door, Anna, you get this feeling. You somehow know that this kind of stone or this metal door is just kind of sitting there in space. You just know that it's unlocked as you're running towards it. And you also know that you can pass through this door anytime you wish. You also know that passing through this door would mean that you nor anyone would be able to return to this place again. That is what you know. Somehow, you know this.
Okay.
The stone judge is going to move towards you. as he can get. He really wants to charge, but he just can't quite get it worked out. He will dash to get within your biz. To get right up in there within your biz, and then it will be your turn when you hear something in your mind. The voice of Isabel.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm gonna. Okay. All right, we'll store that. So Lunas is gonna use his complement of flight to get there. He's gonna use the help action. So Anna's gonna get 2 attacks. The first one at advantage. Oh my goodness. I've never seen that.
Snake Eyes on the D20s.
Oh shit.
That's amazing. It does not confirm though.
Okay.
Does not confirm.
Does he do anything to me while I?
He does not.
Okay.
There is a less than 0.3% chance of that happening.
Unbelievable. 28 does do the hitting.
Okay, so then Anna with her bonus action is going to use Expeditious Retreat. Seeing that this thing was slow and laborious, and she's going to take her chance and try to move, like dance around this thing.
Love it.
So she's going to start by moving 10 feet back to the door.
Nothing.
15 feet back to the door.
Yes. It will it will make an attack with its spear. Once you leave its range, which appears to be 10 feet. 23 to hit.
I assume if I can, so can I use a reaction, or since I used a spell as a bonus action, is that too much? It's technically a reaction.
Yeah, I mean, it seems fine. I don't fucking know. It seems fine in a one-on-one combat situation right now.
Yeah, she'll use shield.
Beautiful.
And then she will move 15. There. 75. That is her turn.
Butte. On its turn, it will attempt to spear your owl.
Oh boy. Oof.
Confirmed crit on your owl. Just because I gotta know. Yeah. You're not even within 30 feet, so you can't even be inspired by the devastation. Your owl is very dead. And the creature kind of starts to turn around and slowly lumber back in the direction that it originally came. And it is your go.
Okay. See how far away this guy is. Anna will move. I'm just trying to get the math right. She'll basically move 40 feet. So she stays 40 feet away.
Cool.
That's it. And that'll be...
That's it. It lumbers the rest of the way back to where it was. And it kind of turns on a dime, so now it is looking in your direction.
Alright. Anna will move. "50 feet. So she's using her bonus action to dash. She will attack twice. Good night.
Both attacks kind of glance off this thing.
Just shook.
On your second there, it will attempt to grab again. Athletics or acrobatics from you.
Yep, there we go.
And it does grapple you in this moment. You are currently grappled. So hell yeah. Hell yeah for the judge, he says. Which one is grappled? This one?
Hang on.
Oh shit.
I have advantage on dexterity checks.
There you go. There you go. It's only a 12. It's only a 12. Oh shit. The blade song coming in the clutch. He misses with his grab, spending his reaction.
Anna will... she'll stay in the pocket.
Beautiful. He will kick out first, followed by 2 spears, depending. 16 misses. Spear. Come on, big guy. And in that moment, we're gonna pop back. What happens if the camera rocks on 2 different pages at once? Oh, I just have to bring you, I think. Oh. Isabel, after sending your message, there's no response.
For a second. Stephen? She hasn't said anything yet.
So you were pissy to her this morning? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm kidding. We have a problem.
Yeah. Do you have any idea?
No. Can I I mean, Steven's going to try and rack his brain. It's been widely noted he doesn't know much anything about gods, but like he has been studying teleportation and that sort of thing. Like, can't imagine he's read about this sort of setup, but just anything coming to mind as far as teleportation and like how people teleport, and maybe he read about like how temples, or shrines, like, that I could imagine that has a little subheader somewhere in some of the books he's read.
Yeah, feel free to roll Arcana. 22. I mean, you get the sense that something along the lines of teleportation likely happened. you know the sending spell, and you know that it can generally, as far as you know, cross planar boundaries. But there's also areas that sending can't pass. So there's a chance she didn't receive the message. A lot of times when things don't receive messages, they would, prove either dead or in some sort of area where a message can't be received. So that's possible. It's also possible for people to ignore messages, which you also know. But as far as teleportation would go, there's a chance that that Anna was teleported by the use of that what she dipping that thing into the fire.
Okay. Well, I don't want us to push on this door again because it seemed like it's going to break the whole chamber.
Hey, Nathaniel, what's up with this room?
Nathaniel's never been in this room, has he?
No, Nathaniel, you've passed through those crypt doors many a time. And never have they turned you out here. You've walked through them into the crypt, out of the crypt, like normal. It seems something about the use of that holy symbol in the door seems to have taken you somewhere new, it seems. This room is very unfamiliar to you. Doesn't seem to be in the academy as far as you can tell.
And for those of us that were setting up camera rocks while all this went down,
all of the people setting up camera rocks. Yeah.
What exactly triggered Anna being warped away?
She lit one of the torch. She put one of the torches you see on the ground and put it into the
brazier.
The brazier where Saru's at right here. And when that happened, all the other braziers, not out, but went down to coals. And this one got super bright, and a fire of the same color lit up in one of the little pots over here.
And there's no torch remaining from what Anna was holding?
Nope, torch is gone. And Croft tried to take a different torch and light it in this one. Did not work. Croft tried to take this torch and because the colors kind of match on the torches, and light it in its corresponding brazier, and it did not work either.
And can Nathaniel take one of his torches on him and try to light it in that north one that's on?
The white flame? He can do so, and as he does, the flame doesn't seem to react to his torch.
Are the braziers in the corner movable?
In the corridors?
Yes. Do they
no, they seem to be stone and just coming out of the pillar. Carved out of the top of the pillar.
Is there any change in the center statue?
Seems to be the same.
And are all these sticks and braziers different colors?
Yeah, so as you walk up to each of the torches that are on the ground, their wrappings seem to correspond to each of the braziers on the side. So the flame that Saru is closest to, there is this kind of blue, the torch wrappings are blue, and as you walk up to that kind of stone vessel there, even though it's burning quite low, the embers inside are a bluish hue.
Okay.
before it was flame, but they seem to have kind of died off. And now the only one that is flame currently is that magenta one. That Anna
So
disappeared.
it is purple there, but it's white up top.
Correct. That is correct.
And there's no other white flame brazier.
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any of them white. There's a green, a red, an orange, and this kind of aquamarine, and then the magenta.
I don't remember if anybody tried it, but Isabel would try. Like, seeing like if the flame doesn't give off any heat, right? We
Yeah, so
tested
you
that.
kind of do the same thing that Steven did, kind of feeling over it, and yeah, you don't feel any heat.
Could she put her hand in the fire?
Like inside the brazier, the purple.
Yeah, if it's not getting off heat or anything, does it seem like it's burning?
As you kind of stick your hand into the flame, you almost feel as if something grabs onto you. And Nathaniel, Xerxes, Stephen, you all see Isabel pulled into the brazier, into the flame, and she vanishes from sight. And we will jump to the other thing that is currently happening at the moment with the camera rock. I need to remember to bring him. And on the fight continues. As I zoom in way too far on accident. It is your go, it is not his go. Because he just did what? Talir does not want to strike clean as I say that. Critical threat.
Critical threat.
Confirmed critical.
Critical
Huge,
threat.
as it were.
Nice. Just what you want.
Well, let me tell you, he's not immune to poison. So, let's see. Con negates. DC 29 Constitution saving throw. He can't beat it. I don't. No, he can't. It's impossible. I'll roll it anyway, just for fun. I'm gonna roll me a D4, so 1 round. Poisoned. You know, could be worse things. That's for sure. Because he's about to do some things. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Anna? You might be muted, Anna, if you're talking.
I do not want to do anything else on my turn. So that was the normal damage up there, the critical damage plus poison.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. It was a sad one on that D8, but still good. And
I mean, I rolled
be-
max on the first one, so I can't complain too much.
I think he should be showing.
He's showing poisoned.
Is he showing? He's not showing bloody. Let me reboot the sandbox. He is bloody.
That makes me feel a little better.
There it is.
That's kind of what I was like fishing for.
It was not showing in the
I
sandbox.
was like, dang. I mean, I know I haven't rolled well, but I've at least hit him a few times. Okay.
All right, it is his turn. He has disadvantage on these attacks. He will try to kick. This tradition.
Oh.
Spear. Decent spear. Not good enough either way. And he will just take a step forward because those are modus operandi. It is your go.
Anna will use a bonus action. And I've never read that carefully enough. So she's going to amplify it, doing 5 more damage to herself. But at the end of until the end of your turn, whenever you deal right damage to the target, you roll an additional Hemocraft die. So the first attack has advantage, and both attacks, if they hit, have an additional d6. Mother of Pearl.
Does not hit. Look
Man.
at these rolls. Honor needs her people behind her.
I
to
know.
roll well.
I mean, 3s. Yeah, so many 3s. Whatever.
He will attempt to grab. That second one. Athletics or acrobatics. With advantage. You got him. You got him.
What turn is it? If I'm being honest.
He really wants that grab. It changed when I came back, so we're in like 4th or 5th round, I think.
Okay. I just want to make sure not to.
It's 6.
You're around 8.
Yeah, 6 was the last one you.
Oh, did it? It actually did say, but I also clicked it like 15 times in the beginning.
That's true.
I think I clicked it an extra 2 in the start.
6 seems like the good.
6 seems fair. That's where I'm at. Okay.
Yeah.
Michael, you're up. To
Bounce back to roll 2. Here they come. He is no longer poisoned. Kick. Damn it. Damn it. Spear. Spear. You guys sent the right person in for the one-on-one combat scenario.
That's.
What you got, Anna?
More bad rolls.
I love it. He's gonna try to.
Oh!
He's
I
gonna.
mean,
Try
at this
to grab.
rate, like, I was expecting that, like the way you've been rolling.
Holy
good.
moly.
Beautiful. Confirm if you will. that is a confirmation.
Okay, and I have to do a dex.
Yeah, also an acrobatics check for the. Oh, for the old Leer.
So you can use an opportunity attack, and I have to do a dex saving throw for the Talir.
Actually, it's a really good thing for you to have rolled because he's already.
There's a lot. Yeah, he's already claimed to use the grab here. So he won't be using an opportunity attack, but he will be trying to grab you with the athletics versus your acrobatics. There's a fucking good roll, baby. Come on. I'm wasting all my good rolls.
Sorry, I saved on the. I can't beat that athletics check.
Oh, good. Well, then you, my friend, are grappled.
Okay.
And it's his turn. Hooray! The thing. Ah, God. This is the grab. The next time the Stone Jets hits a grappled target with an attack, it is an automatic critical. And the grapple immediately ends. He will attempt to spear you as you are grappled. Come on, little guy. You can do it. We all believe in you. 16 ain't gonna do it. 10 ain't gonna do it. The last. You motherfucker. You son of a bitch.
We've got a real pillow fight going on here, Michael. I can't imagine a less interesting thing to be watching of just like natural 4, natural 5.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Will, can you just turn your camera to show the camera rock so we could just watch this live?
Straight garbage. Just straight and utter garbage.
I mean, I don't know if Michael would ever admit it, but I have a feeling if the Stone Judge had hit on one of those crits, that might have been convenient timing for Isabel to pop into the frame.
Well,
anyways, Michael, that first one.
Say that because Isabel
there you go.
entered the frame.
Possession roll.
Isabel feel free to roll initiative. You enter into this space, Isabel, which I have described before, and you can kind of tell what it looks like from this massive desert climate. Behind you is these big doors, and you see as Anna strikes this thing, dealing 16 points of damage to it.
Okay. And then she'll try again.
Lovely. You also might see her critical fail, which is just...
Holy.
Oh, there's no ally. That's so sad.
If none are in range, instead make contact with yourself.
So that's nothing out of the usual.
So yeah, it's so sad. You see her striking herself.
So do I take the?
If
Do
not,
I take the? Do I take the damage?
let's see. Yeah, the ally with your attack instead of your intended target. Yeah. So you will take your own damage there.
Okay.
Hell yeah. If I can't hurt you, at least you can hurt yourself. Oh wait, you already do that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
2 critical fails.
Currently no longer grappled.
I'm currently
anything
no
else?
longer grappled.
Yeah, you're no longer grappled.
Oh. That's good.
Yeah, it's intended to lose the grapple after its turn.
Okay. Well, then I will stay in the pocket, pissed off. Maybe just back up 5 feet just for good measure. I'm like, shit, I see more range.
Really, Michael? It says only if it hits.
Yeah, it's intended. The intent of the creature is to let go of the grapple. I would know because I created the creature.
Love it.
I just didn't write it all correctly. Isabel, that is what you saw.
Okay, that's being weird. Okay, that's fixed. It was giving me weird numbers for
Ooh.
a second. It was doing like 28.33 feet
Oh, God.
and like 33. I'm like, oh shit.
I hate that.
Isabel's gonna move there and cast Ruinous Touch on it.
You?
Attack roll. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Does it look like it does anything?
It is necrotic.
Yes.
It looks like it does quite a bit.
Okay. With a bonus action, Isabel will then summon her dark weapon next to it. 16 on a hit.
16 does not hit.
Okay.
Anna will glance over her shoulder and say, "Oh, thank God you're here. Thank Sin that you're here, Isabel." Sorry for not responding.
As you say this, it kicks out at you, Anna.
Okay.
Tries to spear you twice. Please. Please.
You have also rolled garbage.
Yeah,
so
it's not been good.
It has been an absolute pillow fight over here.
It's not been good. He's got a +7. He's just terrible. That's all he's fucking got.
Was Anna flanked with a dark weapon?
No.
No.
No. Never.
To the other side.
I'm gonna go back and count these rolls.
It's going to try to grab you again on that
That's
first
fine.
miss. Just so you're aware.
That's fine.
The second one will hit. Can you beat a 24?
I can, if I'm lucky.
Hey. You see it snatch Anna up in its grasp. As she dances in the pocket. Anything else, Anna?
No. Yeah, no.
Isabel?
Spell will cast Ruinous Touch once more.
My God.
25 to hit. And
That's six points of necrotic, you say?
6 points of necrotic, yeah.
Has 12 hit points left. And is vulnerable to necrotic damage.
Whew.
You see this statue that looks like that. I'll show everyone else too because it's cool. Fall. And inside, as it crumbles to pieces, is this torch with magenta wrappings, and the top of the torch is just burning with this pinkish purple flame. And that is where we'll take our 8-11 break. So, the group of you see Isabel pulled through this pinkish, purplish flame. What was your immediate reaction?
Walking down from the top, from that door. It's been like, guys, I gotta be honest, I don't really know what the hell to do.
Steven
what is
will
he
go over to where Isabel was just sucked in and look down in it.
Yeah, you just see this pinkish purple flame just burning in this brazier. Steven.
I mean, Xerxes' honest reaction would say there's only one way to find out, and he would go in, but there's no reason to. So,
yeah, as Xerxes starts walking down the hallway, kind of telling Steven, this is there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, that's the natural next step.
You all hear the sound of metal doors open to the south, down the staircase from whence you entered. And at the bottom of the stairs, you see emerging from the door Isabel and Anna. Anna carrying a white torch with magenta flame illuminated at the top of it. Beyond them, all you see is this kind of brilliant white light. As they enter into the room, the doors close behind them. And you are currently all within the room.
Is the pot to the north still illuminated?
It is. It is glowing with an intense white flame.
did the rest of the light get brighter once again?
Currently, the only one that is still burning is that magenta flame. All the others are still dim.
Did y'all have a nice trip?
It was odd. Bright, sandy, like being in an ocean. No water. There was a stone golem that I fought. She'll glance over to Isabel and say, not particularly well, but when Isabel showed up, we defeated it. Out of the golem came this torch that is now lit. I am...
Go put it in the pot. Steven will gesture to the wall.
This thing.
Yeah.
I guess Anna will put it on the far right side, maybe?
Yeah, and as you walk up to the door and you see this white flame kind of burning, you extend your torch, which is burning this magenta color, toward the white flame. And that white flame kind of engulfs that color, and the color seems to transfer to it. The white flame now burning this magenta, and your torch goes out, leaving what looks to be just kind of a burnt up torch. The wrappings now just kind of this charred black color. It just looks like a used up torch. At that moment, all the other vessels seem to spring to life. All but one, which is that magenta vessel, is now just completely vacant of color or flame at all.
Anna will nod and say, shall we try the others?
Ooh, I want to go down a secret portal. And
that wasn't so bad.
What did you say, Bartlett?
I said that wasn't so bad. There's 5 more to go, right?
Yes, I don't know if we want to take it slow. I'll go down 1. Isabel's able to follow me.
Maybe
Clearly.
if we just all hold hands?
I think we should try that. Steven?
Steven is already holding the blue torch and is like holding out his other hand outstretched, like, y'all coming or what? And like he's walking towards the well, he has not lit it yet, for the record, Michael, but
Absolutely.
Anna will link up and
Nathaniel will turn to Xerxes and say, "A word, my good sir. You look like you've been in a scrap or two. If there's going to be fighting, and I am to participate, I'll need to be in someone's employ. Whose employ should I inquire to be in?"
You have to bear with me here because I figured it out. It was the adapter on my headset is broken, so I ordered a new one while Connor was fighting.
And it came in already?
Should get here on Thursday.
Amazon Prime for you. Those drones run team.
Yep.
Come in probably from outside Queens, probably. That where the warehouse is?
Yeah.
They ended up not building it there. Anyway,
I turned on the audio so it's not as like blasting through your speakers.
but yeah, I don't know if you can hear my
You sound good.
AC unit or whatever. But okay, cool. So Xerxes would say, well, to tell you the truth, she's the royal one. She seems like a good bet to me. And just kind of gesturing at Anna.
He will look at Anna and say, "Are you fine with the prevailing going rate? Or should I wait behind?"
what is the prevailing going rate?
Well, I suppose that since you killed the creature that I was employed to guard my current employer against, you would set the going rate anywhere between 1 and 1 million gold pieces per month. But without a contract, I've found there is not much allegiance. With consideration, though, it's mandatory to fight at the back of those that you are employed by, no matter the cost to self.
Wait a minute, Nathaniel. Xanther knew that creature was coming after him?
He's smarter than he looks, smarter than he acts, more powerful Then he looks and acts. Everybody wants to, especially someone in his boat looking to prolong his life, looks to have a little insurance to make sure he reaches the finish line.
So he lied to us.
In fairness, we lied to him too.
Did we? I don't know.
Yes, it was your idea of negotiating for the snake lady that we'd already killed.
He knew specifically that demon was after him.
No. Not necessarily after him. But if you were in league with somebody powerful and you thought you were on the cusp of extending life, I mean, wouldn't you take all necessary actions to make sure that your safety was provided for? That's where I come in.
And we didn't lie to him. I told him we would do what we could do with the snake lady. Just didn't quite know we already had.
I think that's lying through.
It's
Anywho,
totally different.
I'll hire you for a gold piece a day, 30 a month.
I serve at your leisure.
That's some good shit right there. 30 a month, baby.
Xerxes will just say behind him, "You should bow. She likes to bow."
He'll bow. He'll definitely bow.
Anna will flip off Xerxes and be like, Steven, let's go. Hold on, everyone.
You can't tell me how psyched I was when Anna went into that particular one. I'm like, there's a fucking dude bowing in there ready to fight. And then I realized, fuck, there's a dude ready to fight one-on-one, and I have to fight a blade singer. It's not going to go well. It was pretty funny. All right. So is everyone linking hands then?
Yeah. Come on, Xerxes, let's go.
I love it.
This is not COVID compliant.
Arthur, you coming?
Do you have gloves on? Gloves? Dragon cat with you? By the scruff, tail, paw? Piece of salmon in mouth?
Yeah, by the belly.
Love it. As you all link up, Steven extending the torch into the flame, you also note that the flame just doesn't seem to catch on those blue wrappings, and then in an instant you vanish.
The ring of fire.
You all find yourselves standing before a massive cavern, standing just feet from the craggy edge that falls into complete and utter darkness below, to some unknown depth. The same can be said for the ceiling above, which as you look up extends also into just this dark nothingness. This space looks to be somewhere deep within the earth. And this cavern seems to be a massive rift caused by the shifting of the very plates holding all of this together. Behind you, in the cavern wall, not more than 10 feet, is a dark metal door, much like the one you passed through to first enter the crypts. And across the cavern, maybe 1,000, maybe more feet, you see another ledge inset on the opposing rocky wall. And sitting upon that ledge is what appears to be a small object with a glowing blue light. Inset in the cavern wall behind that object appears to be another black door similar to the one behind you. What do you do?
So, I'm sorry, just because we're theater of the mind. Cliff edge, door behind us, blank space, abyss into nothingness, 1,000 feet width, other cliff edge, torch, similar to what Anna just saw.
Nailed it.
Is, it's funny that I referenced this movie earlier. I also love how you drink nothing in your background, Michael.
I drink fire.
Yeah, like just disappears into nothingness. Is there an inscription, like on the ground maybe, that says like a leap from the lion's head will prove your worth?
Want
Want me to roll for it? I'll totally
no matter
roll
what
for it.
perception check you roll, you find no inscription.
Is there any like loose rock around?
Absolutely.
Steven will pick some up and throw it straight ahead, straight towards the other torch, like just kind of thrusting it out. He is actually trying to see if there's like an invisible path linking the two.
As you kind of toss some like small pieces of rock and rubble out, hoping to see them like kind of stop on some invisible path, you see them fall into nothingness, and you just kind of wait there. You don't hear any sound of them impacting.
You want me just to fly over there and grab it?
Did Isabel and Anna, did you have to come back through the door in the other place?
You no say, but I would assume so. But
Yes, Anna, when you picked up the torch, you and Isabel there, the doors kind of began to open, and this just kind of white light overtook you.
But there was only one door, right?
Yep, there are two in this space.
Yes, but there was only one door. The door was there before. I had a feeling that if I could have walked through it, if I was in danger against the golem and come back. So maybe we can stay here and cover Xerxes, and right before he grabs the torch, we can walk back through the door behind us. I think it'll... I don't think he would leave. But I guess I can't say that for sure. Or if Xerxes grab it, both doors may open, for all I know. I mean, either way, there's no way for all of us to get over. So, if you would like, I could try walking back through this door and just see what happens, see where I end up. But I have a feeling we need to complete these trials, so of some sort, so it would be a gamble. I think I'd just end back up in that room. I have a response that I haven't sent back to Isabel, so I could let you know where I end back up.
I don't think that's how sending works.
But totally how the spell works.
I was going to hope that. Yeah, no, I think that's exactly how sending works.
I can just leave that text unread.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
Honest,
if
notice
it's
got little like the little red one, just like right up there in our corner of her eye.
Shit, I love the idea of that. That's very fun.
By the way, Xerxes, can you actually fly for that long?
Yeah, you have to answer in a like manner immediately. Immediately.
I'm old. I'm not that old. Goodness.
Out of character-wise, 1,000 feet. It's pretty long. I don't know how long your wings last for.
think it's 1 minute.
That's most you could do is 60 feet in a round, right? Times 10, that's
Yes,
600. That's not long
enough.
Trying to
So we are.
That's a good
save
catch
you.
there, Croft.
Yeah, trying to save you from falling to your death.
He would still
We are
insist
on essentially a floating platform surrounded by nothing.
Behind you, there's a cavern wall behind you. You're basically like, imagine a in Minecraft, it would be one of the what is that called, Nick? Help me. We played Minecraft.
Another?
Like a ravine, yeah, a ravine. You're on one side of a ravine. There's a massive, like a valley. There's a massive
Gorge.
Yeah, massive darkness. Yeah,
Canyon.
it's just there's no sky. Like it's like you're underground.
It's the bridge we were talking about in Monty Python, except there's no bridge. Where he asked, like,
Yeah.
you have to answer the 3 questions. Like, there's just no bridge that we can see.
Or it's like the,
What about like an Indiana Jones?
yeah. think-
What I also referenced, there's just no, yeah. I already laid that all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the gravel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty strong reference.
Very solid.
So I have a
Hopefully-
potion of flying that would last longer.
I think that is our best bet.
This is meta-wise, but like, Anna, if you want to walk towards the door and see if you get a similar feeling.
I mean, I just felt it. Like, do I feel the same that I did there, Michael? That if like,
Yeah, Anna, as you kind of start to look over the door, and anyone else for that matter, you all somehow get the sense that it's unlocked, the door behind you, and that you can pass through it anytime you wish. You also know that passing through that door would mean that you will not be able to return to this place again.
How far left and right does this thing go? Forever?
It goes for a while. You can't
Okay.
really see. Yeah.
So I want to do 2 things. I want to take my rapier out and just kind of hold it over the edge, and then I want to walk back and forth, like 20 feet each way, just to see if it hits something invisible. And then if that doesn't work, I want to just hold my foot out and act like I'm going to take a step. And then kind of go down below the threshold of where the ground is that we're currently standing on.
Okay. 2 things. First, the as you're doing the rapier, you don't feel anything in that 20 to 40 feet that you do that. And tell me more about you approaching the edge. What are you trying to do?
So it's like I'm walking up to the edge, I'm sticking my foot out, and then I'm going to maybe not necessarily lean forward, but I'm going to lower my foot like below the ground.
Okay.
See if there's anything that my foot actually stops on, or if it just kind of keeps going like there's nothing there.
Yeah, your foot keeps going like there's something there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, guys,
I mean,
Okay.
we can do potion of fly. It just seems like there should be something more to it than happening to be able to fly.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. What if someone can't fly and they come in here?
Yes. I'm just
And then
also
we can-
worried about the timing of.
Hey,
say
Isabel,
Yes.
can you do that light thing
Yeah.
with like the
Why
coin
just-
and your symbol?
Yeah, sure. Or I just make something, make a light appear. Right? Just light.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What do you
I
want
mean,
with
just like
that?
maybe just light will shine on something that we can see. Maybe it's too dark. I don't know.
Sure, I guess. As well, we'll like put a light on her shield, I guess, and kind of flash it around over the edge. Is that what you were implying?
as Isabel kind of walks her along the edge, shining this light, you don't see any glints of anything, like picking up anything over the ledge in the darkness. Seems to just kind of peer out into this vast, empty space before you.
Steven, if I try something really stupid, can you undo time? Like, really stupid.
I mean, meta-wise, yes. Practically, the DM would probably have a thing to say about what I can actually do and undo.
Because if you're thinking about just
I
like,
don't know what you can do.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, Connor.
Yeah,
We have rope.
maybe. I mean, why don't I drink the potion of flying and then like try walking? That way, it's
Or
not.
could Xerxes try walking and like? What I'm thinking of is maybe you just have to fully commit. No, nothing.
the leap of
You
faith.
just have to walk the leap of faith, and not to volunteer you, Xerxes, but you could come back if it doesn't work and fly back up.
I mean, if there's one thing I know how to do, it's moving forward confidently.
Well, I think we should try that first. If you're willing.
Fine, works for me. And he'll just start walking.
What? So, Xerxes, you are doing what now?
I'm walking confidently towards the edge.
Okay.
And, you know, like he's going to step with all intent that he's going to land on something, like, and continue walking.
Real quick, Michael.
Yeah.
Just because you and I had an email conversation about this, like, will the mechanics allow him to like sprout his wings and fly before he falls more than 600 feet?
No, that's
Annika
like
also,
that's his
Annika
intent.
also,
Like if it's not going to go well, he's going to save himself. But
I understand, but like I'm asking because I had this very like Michael knows what I'm talking about. That like you fall 500 feet per round.
Yeah.
So
terminal velocity puts you at 500 feet after 6 seconds. It's very hard to do something in that 6 seconds. So if you don't have a reaction, like say feather fall.
Anna. I mean, Anna has feather fall.
It would be
there
about
you go, then.
It would be about 500 feet before Xerxes would probably be able to sprout his wings.
Yeah, I think if Anna sees Xerxes go like, and then
okay, that's just what I was checking. I had a very like the only reason I brought it up. I had a very specific email exchange with Michael about this very thing a couple weeks ago. So that's the only reason I was going there.
So I mean, Anna's not going to tell Xerxes that
Xerxes.
because he thinks like part of the deal is like you have to believe it. So
I
she's not.
agree. I was just
Xerxes a quick draw kind of guy. He thinks he can get his wings out faster. Maybe who's to say?
Okay, so
it's just movement and then an action.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, but it's also a fall of 500 feet. Xerxes, you approach that edge. You approach it confidently, and you are walking directly at it. You're all kind of watching him with bated breath, I presume, as he kind of walks out there. And Xerxes, you're still walking.
good call.
And you're still walking. And you kind of look over your shoulder, you look down, and you're just over the precipice, and you are still just walking.
Aha! That's just what he'll say. And he'll just continue moving forward toward the torch.
Beautiful. After however long it takes, Xerxes is able to go to the torch. And as he picks it up, both doors seem to open and kind of draw everyone inside. And you all find yourself at the bottom of the steps. walking back into the room that you were previously in, you find that there is a white flame burning in the bottom leftmost brazier upon the northern door, next to the magenta brazier. Xerxes, with a torch in his hand, approaches, dipping the blue flame in. It ignites. 2 of the 6 flames are now illuminated. 2 of the 6 flames on each corridor are now out. You are left with a red, an orange, a green, and an aquamarine.
Can we do the green flame next?
Green flame.
It's fine by me. Anna will give, as we walk back through, Anna will give Nathaniel 15 gold pieces as an advance.
Generous retainer. I feel like I wasn't much help in that last trial. Pockets the money.
I've always learned if you hire someone, you should... It's best not to fall behind on payroll. Okay.
What's the plan? Green?
Or number 3?
Lovely. So I'll link up, dipping the flame into the green. You find yourselves again pulled in somewhere. You find yourselves in a massive dungeon hall formed of expertly worked stone pillars standing over 100 feet to the vaulted ceiling above. All around you are piles upon piles upon piles of gold, silver, platinum, and copper coins, intermingled with precious gems of all sizes, shapes, and colors, as well as art pieces and furniture and all other types of treasure that you can imagine, from ceremonial weapons and armor to treasure chests to statues and paintings. Behind you, standing inset in one of these massive mounds of treasure, is a dark metal door, much like the one you passed through to first enter the crypts. The space is rather quiet, but for the heavy sound of wind. As you listen to the silence, you know, the wind seems to be kind of rhythmic, like inhales, exhales of some massive unseen creature. What?
I was thinking Mines of Moria, and then you turn that to Smog's lair real quick.
Yeah. Those smog truly are as great as the tales say. And we don't see a torch anywhere.
Don't see a torch. You do see a door. As you look over that door, you all somehow know that door is unlocked and that you can pass through it at any time. You also know that passing through that door would mean you will not be able to return to this place.
What kind of surface are we standing on?
Stone.
Okay.
Worked stone block.
Is there a path that goes forward? Or do we have
Looking around, you see that there is some bare floor that you would be able to walk through. These are more like mounds, and yeah, there are some gold scattered on the bare floor, but there's just huge mounds of like all this shit. But yeah, I mean, you feel like you'd be able to kind of weave around the mounds. It's hard to tell exactly how vast this space is, but it seems huge from what you can tell from where you're standing.
Can Anna do an investigation check looking for something like particularly like dull, Indiana Jones style, like looking amongst all the gold and being like, what's the most boring thing I see?
Yeah, roll an investigation check. Sorry, wrong page. Anna, as you kind of look around, searching for something, anything that isn't like giving off a nice shine, your eye is drawn towards this small painting because it's like has a matte finish, but then you kind of get a better look at the painting and has this elaborate frame, and the painting looks kind of incredible. So you start moving again through and just kind of starting to look. And yeah, there are things that may not be some things are shinier, more gorgeous, more worth more than others. But looking around, you're like, anything I were to pick up here, Selrani would be proud of. Like, it's all nice. It's all expensive. Maybe a copper coin would be the cheapest thing you could find.
I'm sorry if you said this. What's illuminating the space?
It seems just like there's an ambient light throughout the space. You don't seem to see any torches or anything. It's just some kind of like ambient light just kind of illuminating everything. You don't see any particular place from your current vantage point that it's coming from.
So I want to do a perception check. Can I sense where maybe the source of that wind/breathing is coming from? Does it seem to be like ever present, or maybe, I walk one way, it gets quieter, walk another way, it gets louder?
Yeah, at first, as you're kind of listening in, you do kind of like have this hard time tuning in on exactly where it is. But yeah, as you move about the space, like kind of like as Anna's looking around, you're trying to pinpoint, and you get the sense that if you follow kind of the southern path along this mound-like mountain of treasure, that it seems to like you can feel more of the wind, and it seems in that direction would be a way to find whatever may be causing it.
I'm going to keep going towards it.
Okay. Is everybody else?
Is there only one door?
What's that?
Is there only one door?
Yeah, it seems to be just that double
Okay.
door just right there. Kind of nearby where you guys appeared.
We'll follow. Or can Isabel tell the direction of the sound as well?
Yeah, especially after Steven starts kind of like, you can see him listening and then he starts moving. You're able to kind of pick up on maybe what he's picking up on as well, heading in that same direction.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll follow.
Smelling what I'm stepping in.
Yeah, I think literally like, can I ask that? You beat me by a second.
There's 100 of you. It's hard.
Yeah, I think Anna would want to. I mean, if we're following, try to follow and stealthily enough.
Yeah. How are you guys moving through this space? Are you trying to be quiet, or are you just walking?
Steven's just walking normal.
Okay.
Anna would.
Face for Steven.
Yeah.
So as you guys kind of move through this space, to your left, to your right are these massive mounds of treasure. Eventually you kind of come around a bend, and ever present is this breathing sound, and it starts to get louder, and you finally come around this kind of mound, and you can get kind of a better look at this whole space as you're a little bit raised where you currently are, and you can just see what feels like forever. It just continues on and on, these massive mounds of like golden. For like Anna and Isabel, it's almost like being back in that desert sand, just this continuous golden sheen. But then you also note that in a near-ish mound, partially buried in the incalculable amounts of treasure, is a massive creature. And the cause of this breathing, this wind, it is decorated in these very large crimson scales, each of them larger than a kite shield. It is a gargantuan, ancient red dragon, just lying amongst the treasure, sitting but a few feet before it. It's a small object emitting green light. That is what you see as you round the mound.
Is it like is this like a case where the dragon is holding, or like it's in the nook of the dragon's arm or anything, or it's just
kind of right in front of the snout? Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have any hands on it or anything. It's just nearby.
How far away would you say we are?
You're probably 100 feet or so. It's from the object.
Steven will walk forward stealthily now. And when he gets closer, he wants to cast Mage Hand. See if it can pick up the torch.
Roll me a stealth check, if you will, as you start to move towards the dragon, getting within 30 feet. Pretty good. You all see Steven creep forward and then cast this spell. He's within about 30 feet of the object, maybe 40 or so feet of this massive dragon snout. Steven, as you kind of get that close, you can feel the wind, the hot air emitting from this thing's snout. And you cast Mage Hand, and you see this little spectral hand appear near the torch and snatch it up. And Mage Hand is currently holding the torch.
With my next action, I'll bring it to me.
Easy enough.
I'm now holding the torch.
Steven is currently holding the torch.
Gonna back away slowly and give everyone the mount up, get out.
Roll a stealth check, Steven, as you back up.
Ooh. That was big.
I can't decide if this doesn't make sense because Steven would be so excited around a dragon, or like if he's like so excited to like tell Yofun later, like, hey,
I forgot about that. I forgot about the head canon of that.
Saw an ancient red the other day, didn't even flinch. Like, I think that's what we're going for with these roles. That like he's so like in the zone, ready to impress Yofun with this story.
Somehow.
Oh, come on. I crit.
What I'm about to say is actually somehow Steven made his way back to you all without the dragon noticing.
Yes.
And when I say I rolled a 3 on the die, and that it was incredibly close.
That's amazing. Plus 15, plus 17.
Woo! Hey, cool, Steven, you found the torch!
As Saru yells out, the dragon wakes up, fire going everywhere, and you all fucking appear back. in the space, Steven holding a green torch in his hand.
Greatness.
And we go through the same thing. That was a wow.
Could not have been two more perfectly timed rolls there.
Without a rogue, I didn't expect you to be able to go the sneaking route on that one, but
I did not have silent image prepared, so that was my other idea.
I figured Anna was just gonna have to go toe to toe with the dragon while someone got the while someone got it and was like, "Get me out."
No,
That's what I was anticipating.
I would just like to say the 20 and the 23 were incredibly clutch. Good rolls, especially with only a +3 stealth. It's kind of impressive that the luck was in your favor this time around. All of Anna's bad rolls.
That's true.
Gave to
the dice respected the head canon of Steven wanting to sneak up on another dragon.
Of being like, oh, I can't wait to tell you, Foon, that I did.
Yeah, this is my moment, guys.
In the TV series, when we make that happen, it'll be everybody will love the moment when Saru yells out and everything starts fading to black as the dragon comes to life. What's next for you all? You have a red, an orange, and a blue. 3 on the door are illuminated, and 3 are dark.
Red.
Top left one, I guess.
Yep. Just keep going around.
Yep.
Rouge? Rouge, you say?
Rojo.
I love it. Linking arms.
Wait, hold on.
Holding.
Do you guys think that maybe we should leave a couple people behind? Just in case someone has to come out? That way we can go back in?
Wait, say that again?
Because, like, if Steven doesn't get that torch, if the dragon wakes up and we all have to run out, we can't go back in.
Well, I think you just someone has to get the torch. If you run, just don't all run out. I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no way to let the people outside know they need to come in.
The other thing
well,
is,
no, but
like,
if you go back through the door,
you can't.
I mean,
if you go back to the door, you can't go through back. So let's say we'd left Xerxes behind in the last one. Well, it made sense for him to risk walking across because he could save himself. If we'd left Stephen behind for that one, no one else could have cast Mage Hand.
No, I'm saying we leave someone here in this room with the statue.
Yeah, I think we're all better off if we just all go, and we just have to do it. No plan B.
Meta-wise, if someone goes in and comes out, no one can go back in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That.
I think it's you can't go back.
We get the feeling that you can't go back. We don't know if no one can go back.
I could have sworn Michael said you or anyone else, but I could have hallucinated that. Could have been a fever.
Well, I think, okay, so what Michael said to me was like, if Anna, when she was solo, if she would have left, because she was like the first one through and she's the only one holding the torch, no one could have gone through. But I think when we all went through, the language is a little different of like, if you go through, you will never come back. So what I'm saying is, I think that, like, let's say all hell broke loose against that dragon fight, it would have been okay for a few people to run out the door, as long as somebody got the torch. But I don't know that for sure. So I would just think that strength in numbers,
and also just meta-wise, like, it gives us all a chance to throw ideas in versus Isabel staying out and Croft having the answer to the puzzle, but like, we can't do that because let's just all do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to stay, you can volunteer, but I
Yes.
think better off. I know. I'm just responding to the idea.
All right, Steven's ready to go in.
Is everyone joining, or is someone staying back?
I guess we all go.
And whom is holding the torch? For the red flame?
Steven can again, unless someone else wants to take a turn.
But give it to somebody else. I want to see Arthur carry the torch.
Drops it.
Like the salmon.
Cat licks the red
He'll
rabbit.
offer it to Kreef. Not Kreef, Xerxes.
Who? Sorry?
Freudian slip.
Golden Dragonborn? Xerxes, do you take the red torch?
I mean, sure, why not? I mean, he is red.
There you go.
He says. All right. Well. What do we have here? That's not roleplay, that's just me clicking things. Everyone just don't move your pieces. As Xerxes dips their torch into the burning red flame, everyone is immediately swept up into darkness. And at first, in this absence of light, there is also an absence of sound. Your vision slowly comes in on a gray landscape, much like the one most of you experienced before meeting Nothgeeth those weeks ago. Wisps of fog and mist and clouds surrounding your vision as far as the eye can see. Xerxes, as you look around this place, you note that each of your companions is all standing in this kind of circular shape, encircling a large area of this wispy fog before you. Glancing over your shoulder, you see a dark metal door, much like the one you passed through to enter the crypts. It is anchored by no wall, but by that roiling fog. And as you kind of glance about, you note, looking towards each of your companions, that they're all fairly still. The rest of you find yourselves completely frozen in place, as if you have been trapped within that same momentary stasis so many of your enemies have been encased in by the young Stephen over the course of your adventure thus far. You can see what lies before you, and you can hear your surroundings, but your body is unmoving and paralyzed in place. All but Xerxes. And that foggy floor before you all slowly begins to swirl and grow and roil, and something big begins to emerge from the foggy floor before you. A massive, gargantuan something. And I need everyone to roll for initiative. everyone, the first thing you see is a massive creature made of the same fog, mist, and clouds emerge from this place. He is basically the upper torso of a humanoid form with these long arms with these ragged claws at the ends. And inside the flame, as it kind of, or inside the smog and this mist, as it kind of roils down this creature, you see there's this like orange glow within. Those of you who had laid eyes upon the primordial titan, there are things about this creature that just kind of like give you reminders of that day. And possibly you may react to something like that, but you feel so paralyzed and stuck as you are unable to move. You see this thing kind of claw its way out and stand tall in this space. Xerxes, it is your go. What do you do, my friend?
Xerxes is going to dash over to Saru. Kind of grab him by both shoulders and try and like shake him like, hey, it's time to go, Saru. It's time to go.
As you make your way over to Saru, kind of reaching out, you find that it takes most of your energy just getting to him. And as you reach out and kind of grab hold, other things happen first. So you're all stuck in place. The first thing that happens is the creature begins to glow this hot red color, all within this smog. And that is all that actually happens on its turn. Xerxes, as you shake Saru, you come to. You're now free, Xerxes. That is your full action to shake Saru free. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
We'll just say, Saru, go grab Anna.
Lovely. It is the creature's turn, and the creature will, let's say, move here, and the creature kind of gets on its front two arms, because that's all it has, as its torso erupts from the floor, and it exhales a cone of flame in Saru and Xerxes' direction. And I need the two of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Is this an ability?
What's that?
Is this an ability?
A dexterity saving throw.
It's
that
fire,
qualifies.
but it's an ability.
It's not an ability check. It is
It's
a saving
spell.
throw. Oh, is this thing that it's doing a spell? It is not a spell.
Okay.
It is not a spell that it's doing. Xerxes, nice, has evasion. Both fail. Xerxes, you will take half damage. Because it is fire.
Half quarter damage, right?
Quarter damage. Yeah.
I'm the perfect person to get hit by a cone of fire, let me tell you.
Fire damage, let me tell you. Okay. 60 points of fire damage
Huh.
on a failed save.
So that's 15 for me.
Yeah. Now he gets this little orange dot. I'm going to actually give him a better one because I can't see it very well. Purple dot. A little perp dot. And it is Saru's go.
Let him pick himself up out of the barbecue.
Very singed first.
So you established waking someone up is an action, or no?
Seems like it is an action, yes.
Can it not be so I can do something really cool?
I wish.
It's fine. I could have just woken up 3 people. 'Cause speed. So he will run there. It's 30. And he's going to yell, Anna, I'm sorry, but I need you to wake up! And he's going to throw a full water skin at her. Because he can't get next to her.
Love it. So taking your action to throw a water skin at her.
Yes.
Roll a just a dexterity.
No, I lied. I have cat speed. Although I really want that.
Either way is good.
I'll just wake her. I'll shake her awake.
Anna, you are now awake. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Saru?
How thick is the fog on the floor? Is it very thick at all?
It's like rolling up by your ankles, sometimes to
Okay.
your knees.
So laying down won't hide me.
You wouldn't
Probably.
necessarily think so. Maybe.
Okay. No, that's it then.
You? X Factor.
Xerxes will yell out, "Over here, you foggy bitch!" And is going to shoot twice. Hey! Hey!
Roll.
Critical threat.
That is a critical success. Let's see what you get. Well, damage is when the target is blinded. I don't think he's immune to blinded, let me tell you. Got a good con. 13 ain't gonna do it. 3 rounds blind. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
Yeah. Did you see that second shot?
Oh, I did. There you go. 21. 21 will also hit.
It's
Pow,
actually,
pow.
I mean, I know it looks bad, but like having fire resistance, able to get to the fastest person, blinded, like it's actually like okay, minus the fact that Saru is literally burnt to a crisp.
Literally just a charred kitty corpse on 2 very fast legs. All right. Isabel and Steven and Nathaniel.
So we can't even like look or do anything. We're just shut down.
Just stuck Oni.
Okay.
Anna, it is your go. You have just come to life.
Anna will tell Saru, keep going to Arthur. I'll cut across. 5, 10, 15. She will, seeing the creature struggle with its eyes, run 30 feet up. So she'll take her movement. And she will swing twice with her Talir.
At advantage. 25 will hit. 23 will also hit. Just kind of digging through the smoke, you see kind of flames kind of jut out of the areas that you kind of bring the blade across. Anything else, Anna?
Nope.
Is its go. Feeling the intense pain, it will attack behind it at disadvantage. First with its claw. Yeah. 20 to hit.
Anna will use a reaction.
Shield.
Yeah.
Its second claw. 21.
Good use.
Shield still got him.
Yeah.
Beat. Oh, that's all it's got. For the
Wait.
moment. Saru.
Run there. Good luck, Anna. Be careful. I recommend avoiding the fire. Bonus action, Shield of Faith, and action, throw a water skin at Arthur.
Roll an dexterity check.
Huh.
Arthur, what's your AC?
Not 10.
18.
Saru, you do have advantage on your check because he is frozen in place. Just kind of scatters near his feet. You're not used to throwing those types of things. Blankets, sure. Water skins, just a little more difficult to hit the mark.
That's it.
Xerxes.
I think just with the action economy, it makes sense to just do that and fire it 2 more times.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
The second will hit.
You have advantage.
Oh, yeah, it's blinded. Blinded, baby. This thing doesn't know. It doesn't know how to dodge. Butte. So the first and the second will hit. 21 and a 24. Anything else, Xerxes?
Sir?
That's it? Anna.
So Anna's seen. So Anna was in the last fight, right? And Anna was able to like see that like there was some damage to the other creature, and this thing's huge. So can she see like a perception check? Can she like see the torch anywhere?
Yeah, make a perception or medicine check, or perception check looking for the torch. Absolutely, perception check. Yeah, on looking through this thing, it's just all this roiling, like smog and mist. It's hard to see anything. You note that as you kind of strike this thing, there's this flame within it, but it's you don't see this bright red torch anywhere.
Okay. Well, with Anna's action, she's going to attack twice, and then she'll move. Alright, so we'll start with that.
Beaut. There's some rolls right there. Both will hit the creature.
And then she will move 30 feet towards Steven.
You. It does not know you are leaving, so it will not attack. It has literally no idea. It is its turn. Check your ski. Xerxes, Anna, Saru, you kind of watch on and you see it kneel down and exhale this massive breath of flame in the southerly direction, hitting no one. Saru, it is your go.
Does it seem like only physical action can wake people up from waking up Anna and being woken up myself?
From what you know, you shook.
Obviously they're not waking up with his gunshots, but
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you shook Anna awake and Xerxes shook you awake, and that's all that's been attempted so far. So that's all you know. The gunshots don't seem to be doing anything.
Yeah.
Like as far as sound.
What gunshots? They're silent.
That's true. They're also silent. So who
Yes,
knows? But the breath weapon of the creature making a lot of noise or anything like that doesn't. The sound or anything else happening in the area doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Yeah, so I will shake Arthur awake.
Arthur is now
And
awake.
hurry up and go back up Anna. I'll go get Isabel. There.
Xerxes.
He'll go and wake up Sorrow.
Spend your action to wake Sarah. Sarah will roll initiative because I forgot. LOL. Sarah's now awake. Anything you want to do, Xerxes?
No, I assume I can't reload since that's like a.
Yeah, if that's an action to do or whatever, I don't remember. Oh, it's an attack to reload, I think. I don't remember. Yes, sir. Sarah's now awake. Anything else? Nope. Spell is still stuck. Steven is still stuck. Wow, they're all in a row right there. It is Anna's go.
Anna's going to cast Expeditious Retreat using a spell slot, a second level spell slot, so she can get to Steven and shake him awake with her action.
Steven is now awake. Anything else you would like to do on?
Nah, it's an action. Bonus action.
Butte?
Using up those spell slots.
It is Sara's go. She will do a couple longbow attacks. Flop, flop. Missing both horribly.
And still.
Ooh, it until
So this is its last round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until its turn, she does 20. Look. One hit. One hit. There you go, Sarah. Arthur, it is your go.
Is Cat Mahomes awake?
Yes, you actually do find that Cat Mahomes is awake behind you.
Ash! Artie will cast a bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little honeys mark.
Little
On
honey
Cat
mark.
Mahomes? Wow.
Little honey
I never
mark.
would've thought.
Cat Mahomes. He will draw Philly Faye, and as best he can recall, utter the words to her, and then utter an apology in common for fucking up the words, but emphasizing that if there were ever a time, now would be a good one, and we'll loose some shots. Does he have the advantage of a blinded creature or no?
Yeah, currently until its turn, you do have advantage.
Awesome Tav.
25 will hit.
Does he feel any effect from Philia Faye or no?
He feels none. And he hears just kind of like, he hears eye rolling. That's what he hears.
Fuck. Cast it into the fire!
But 25 does hit the creature.
Okay, there's the marking mark.
Yeah, nice.
Und one of these.
Ooh, that'll hit. I already hit the button, but
I will hope for it. I don't confirm with the advantage, correct?
no, you do. Yeah, if you had advantage on the roll, then you get advantage on.
Ow! Never too kind.
That will hit. Feel
Nice.
free to press that button. But I hit too quick.
Incoming.
I was trying to hit this, so I'm gonna hit it anyway because
Critical
we all like
threat,
the song.
critical threat, critical
Damage is normal, and one ally within 30 feet.
Wow.
See, gets a
I will
inspiration die.
Inspire Saru.
Saru, you get inspiration.
Oh,
for
good.
once.
I inspire Cat. Here's one of these for the you call it Hunter's Mark.
Roll it twice for the advantage or for the crit. All rolled dice, baby.
Too kind. Too kind.
Beautiful. Arthur does some work on that thing.
Arthur
Anything else, Artie?
will critical medicinal check. How's it looking?
Yeah,
Looking
Arthur's.
like his attacks are landing.
As you look at it, you see that your arrows are impacting, and you see this kind of orange flame kind of spew out as it hits. But you don't get the sense that it's slowing this creature down at all. You just haven't noted it changing its. It just looks angry. That's all you see is this kind of pure anger and hatred as it's kind of trying to attack and breathe fire. And now that its blindness is back, or its eyesight is back, it is turning to the group of you and looking rather mad.
It's like my second wife. Arthur and Cat will both
Recharge.
back it on up. And that's the turn.
Beautiful. We'll move 30 feet here. And what is my reach? It's a good one, I reckon. Would you look at that? One claw against Sarah and one against Xerxes. The first against Sarah. 24 will hit. 21 points of damage. Turtle. And Sarah is currently grappled by the creature in its long arms. Second attack with the claw against Xerxes. 14. Sorry, I'm rolling at disadvantage. I don't mean to be, because he doesn't have it anymore. 14 against Xerxes does not do it. What the good news is, he's got a friend there. Saru, it is your go.
Alright. He's gonna run over to Isabel and like half trip and fall in front of her because he's just ran 120 feet.
Just
after
spewing blood. Yeah. Spewing blood and
he's
ash.
going to shake her awake and look up at her and be like, "Is now a bad time for a healing study lesson?"
Beautiful. Anything else, Saru?
I think technically he could, he can get to there.
Beautiful. Isabel is now awake, and it is Xerxes' go. Got a big motherfucker bearing down on you.
Notice that. Do I get the sense if I would move, I would take an attack opportunity at 15 feet?
It does seem like it can reach you, yeah. As it did just attack you from that range.
Can I use my action to attempt to free Sarah from the grasp of the creature?
You could help her escape on her turn.
I think that's what he'd do.
All right, so he's going to start to try and pull her free, which she does get an attempt before its turn. So advantage, help me remember. I will maybe try to put a little dot there. Anything else, Xerxes? Isabel.
Second. Just checking her range. Yeah. Isabel will use one of her channel divinities for preserve life, healing, putting it all into Saru, so he can get up to half his hit points.
Nice.
And whatever's left over is just wasted, obviously.
Saru, put yourself back up at half.
As well as going to move forward. That's her turn.
Dope. Steven, free.
Can I do a perception check? Do I see like a source? Because like you said, we see the two arms and we don't see like a lower half, at least indicated lower half.
Yeah.
And so wondering if like the torso might be at the base of this guy.
Sure, yeah. Roll a perception check. So Steven kind of trying to look through all this kind of like fog and smoke for any sign of maybe a torch or anything. And you're not really able to pierce that veil of smoke at its base. You see some like embers in there, maybe a little like orange fire, but other than that, it's hard to tell. You don't see any distinctly red flame that you can make out.
Yeah. It's a bummer. Um, Stephen will move there. We'll fire a bolt of lightning at it.
Love that. Dex. Failure.
21 points of damage. And can I see if that damage did anything?
Yeah, roll perception or medicine. So as that lightning bolt goes through it, you see the fog kind of part a little bit. You see this interior like orange kind of like spill out a bit. But all the while, you kind of just see this thing grasping onto Sara. Xerxes kind of reaching on, and it is still just bearing down upon them. It almost doesn't seem to react to the lightning.
Got it.
Anything else, Stephen?
Nope, that's it.
Anna.
Anna will use her bonus action to dash and to get to Nathaniel, and will wake up Nathaniel with her action. And now that everybody is awake, she'd like to do a perception check to see if anything changes with the beast.
Anna, as you kind of knock Nathaniel forward and he spills back, you turn and look over the edge and you see the beast vanish.
There we go.
Before you, and a dim red glow illuminate at its base. Moments later, you all find yourself back within the temple. A red torch in your grasp that you are able to place within the door.
Two more, team. Almost there.
Two more.
We heal up Saru and Sara.
Yeah, we'll do Saru, Sara, and Anna.
Anna could, yeah, if you're handing them out.
Each of you is going to get a healer's kit. So, Saru, Sara, Anna.
Thank you. It's literally the exact healing that I needed to get back to just normal damage to myself, not crit fail damage.
And did that one stab wound?
Yeah, I did 16 damage on myself on the crit fail, so that was perfect. The other 7 just came by normal Anna stuff. So, anyways, we have the aquamarine one and then orange.
Yep.
Anybody have a preference?
Nope. Let's keep going around the circle, I guess.
Around the circle, orange. Nathaniel, would you like to go in first? Are you a guard from the rear kind of guy?
I will do what you ask, of course.
Pocket full of gold.
Lead the way, Nathaniel.
He'll put on his ensign red shirt and grab the torch.
Heading in to the orange flame.
Anna will look back at her compatriots and just be like, "Don't let me get used to this again." That wasn't a very good.
He's
person.
wearing a red shirt. What do you expect's going to happen to him?
You all stand on the end of a 5-foot wide, tightly packed earthen peninsula. Damp and cold. With each exhale, you can see your breath as the cold air bites at your lungs. Surrounding you on 3 sides is water, black and still as obsidian. The sky above you is dark, and a thick fog hangs in the air, obscuring your vision beyond 30 feet or so. Behind you is a dark metal door, much like the one you passed through to enter these crypts. It is anchored by no wall, but by that fog. As you approach the door, it doesn't seem to fade like kind of the rest as your vision kind of extends. This place is quiet, but for your own movements and breathing alone. Each weight shift and exhalation of breath seems magnified in this deafening silence. So you feel like you are the only souls within miles in this vast darkness. What do you do?
Oh my god, it's cold in here, guys. Can we go back to the door?
So door behind us on land, the 3 sides around us are water that almost looks not like water.
Yeah, it just looks like black, still water.
Okay. And no sign of torch or anything?
As far as you can see, yeah.
Is Saru still wearing the Aquaman armor?
Yeah.
Can you take a look through? Might be warmer in the water.
I seriously doubt it. I guess I jump in.
Through as you splash into the water, it is very cold.
God damn it.
As you dip beneath the surface, it's like dipping into like an ice bath. And it is very dark beneath the water. Almost as if you're like within a black void.
Oh my god, okay. He stays in the water.
The only real way to get your bearings down here when you're starting to look around, because as you look up, the surface that you expect to find above you is indistinguishable. It's completely black up there. It's completely black around you. But beneath you, Saru, you see this kind of concentrated orange light. Just kind of glowing. Focusing on it, it's hard to tell exactly how far it is. It seems like it's resting at the bottom of this dark black pool. But you can't really get a distance worked out in your mind of how far it may be down.
I will resurface, throw a rope. I'll tie like 2 ropes together, throw one end to Nathaniel, and say, I can see the torch, I think. If I tug on this, pull me up as fast as you can. And turn and swim down.
Beautiful.
30 feet.
Do you make it 30 feet easy?
Okay, or just, I can go, 30 feet around or whatever. Because I think it's just full movement speed, so.
Beautiful.
I go until I get to it or it gets me.
So you reach the end of the 2 ropes tied together. About 100 feet or so.
That's unfortunate.
And it's still hard for you to tell exactly how far away that orange light is.
Does it look like it got any closer?
Make a perception check. Hard to tell.
I will go back up.
Saru, as you turn
I
to
will
go back up,
Go ahead.
you reach the surface much quicker than you expected to. It's almost as if it was right behind you the whole time.
Yeah. He'll service and be like, okay, so I swam and I swam and I swam and I don't think I went anywhere. Because I turned around and I was up here in like no time.
The strangest part is you know that the rope was fully extended when you were down at the bottom, as far as you could go. But when you turned around to surface, the surface was right there behind you the whole time.
Which direction is the torch, Saru?
Straight down?
Is it like out or just straight down?
Out straight down. Feels straight down.
Straight down, and I swam and I got to the end of the rope, and I didn't want to let go of the rope, so I swam back up, but it only took me like 2 kicks. And Jesus, it's cold.
Very cool.
And there's three bodies of water.
You're just on a peninsula, so the water extends around the peninsula.
Steven will get in the water. When he looks, and so I'm sorry, let me back that up. Can he put his just hand in the water?
Yeah.
Anything weird happen?
Just cold.
What happens if he if this is the land he's on, can he try and reach underneath the land? What happens there?
Yeah, he can reach under the land. It almost seems like the land is just kind of floating on top of the water.
Floating platform? Okay.
Yeah.
He'll dunk his head in, and where is he able to see the light?
Yeah, you can basically see that there's this orange light kind of directly below you, just kind of shining up. It's hard to make out the torch specifically, but yeah, it just looks like it's kind of something is that orange object is resting on the bottom.
Steven will reach out and grab it.
Yeah, Steven reaches out to grab it. He just grabs water in front of him. Sees that it's at a much vaster distance than maybe he could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Michael is going to go pee, so just let me know if you figured it out and moved on to the next thing before I get back. Because if you did, that's great, and then I'll just talk about that one when I get back.
Cool.
Any ideas, anyone?
Not really. So it's just at the bottom, but we just can't swim to it or get to it.
I mean, we could try and dig on the peninsula. I'm just trying to think of left brain ideas.
Right. Is it possible that it just is longer than 100 feet?
Say again.
It's the fact that
it's farther, because Saru didn't necessarily try.
Well, Saru didn't actually go 100 feet. He swam 100 feet, but also didn't get anywhere because the rope extended all the way. But when he swam back to the top, he was already at the top.
Right. So that could just be magical, whatever. I don't disagree, but I also have no idea how it's supposed to work.
So
what if we just stuck somebody in heavy armor and just sunk them?
I mean, there is that.
Not that Not the worst idea.
The only thing is, if you're wrong, they're dead.
I mean, I can cast water breathing on him. We'll just wait 10 minutes.
You know, it'd be real handy right now is a zombie we could chuck down to the bottom.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
Oh,
If only.
no.
If only.
If only anyone could make zombies.
Or make something that can go underwater.
Wow.
All right, first idea. Steven is going to try and dig at the ground on our peninsula.
Okay. You can.
What happened?
You can dig
Anything
up the
happen?
dirt. It's kind of really tightly packed, so it kind of takes a great deal of effort. You get a lot of mud in your like in your fingernails.
Can
But
Anna look?
You're able to dig.
Can Anna look up and just like see if somehow it's like not like it's like reflecting?
Yeah, looking
Just
up
like
in the
scanning
sky.
the sky, just like straight up and just doing like a 360 scanning.
Yeah, as you kind of look up, it's hard to see past the edge of the fog. You can't really make out, like it seems like it's probably a dark sky above you, but yeah, the fog is just kind of obscuring anywhere. Like it's one of those things where if you walk 30 feet, the fog around you within 30 feet is just kind of there no matter where you go on this little peninsula.
Got it. I don't know. My idea is to just sink somebody. Anna will cast water breathing on me. Anna will. I mean, the problem is if I'm wrong, it'll take a while for me to, get into heavy armor, and then get out of heavy armor down low. But I know it seems like we're missing something.
The other thought I had, like, I don't know. While someone jumps in, someone jumps up. I'm just trying to think of the other riddles I've had in D&D one-shots.
What if it's like the same? What if we all got in the water?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Like form a human chain going down.
Or just like if everybody got in the water, could we agreed to swim like, something like 100 feet down? Would we, Saru said, would we, if we all got in the water and we all tried to swim and we all went, roughly 100 feet down, would the same thing happen? Would we not actually get any closer like we thought? Or if we're all in there going for it, does something click?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So that would be Anna's next idea. That's my next idea.
Let's do it.
Okay, here, no objections. Anna will shame everyone to get in the water, and I will go, roughly 100 feet down, so no one's like going to run out of air.
Are you going to do like the same as Suri did, the extent of a rope, or are you just kind of eyeballing it?
I'd say we'll eyeball it.
Beautiful.
We end up at 120 or whatever. It's not the end of the world.
All right. You all enter the water. It is very cold. And just like Saru, it's very disorienting in this kind of inky void. But yeah, you gather your breath, and as you head down, kind of looking back up, it's very hard to see the surface. You start to swim towards that light, that orange light, and you get somewhere within the bounds of 100 feet down. You all kind of glance around at each other, and it's difficult to tell if you've made much of an impact or not at this point, but you're all you've swam for a little while at least. You expect yourselves to be about 100 feet further below the surface. GG.
Steven will try and go
Yes,
up.
Steven, as you turn around, you surface, you get that same feeling as you take maybe 1-2 kicks and you surface just fine.
If I jump in, are they like way below me, or I got out,
Mhm.
then I got back in. Like, can I see them at all? Are they?
Yeah, it's
right next to
hard
me?
in this dark space, but yeah, you can see them. They're probably about 100 feet below you.
Interesting.
Before we all drown, Anna will point up and I think we should at least go back up and discuss the plans. So, and at least get discuss, we'll turn back up and we'll go out of the water, and Steven will be like, well, you guys were 100 feet closer or 100 feet further away.
Yeah, as you all turn around the surface, it's instantaneous. You're at the surface.
So what have we done so far? We've walked across an invisible bridge. What was number 2?
We've walked across the bridge. We defeated a golem. We woke everybody up, and the other one
Sneaky
was
dragon.
was the dragon.
Oh yeah, stealth.
What are the rules on drowning, Michael?
It is your con score times something. A creature can hold its breath a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution score. And then when you run out of breath, a number of rounds equal to your constitution score. Minimum 1.
I mean, somebody's got to swim down until they're about to die.
How does the bag, what's the bag? Bag of holding. Or the haversack work underwater?
You ever tried it?
No, I'm just asking to ask.
Well, I mean, yeah, we have. We swam down the tunnel.
Did you try the haversack while you were down
But
like opening it underwater. I see
what happens if you take something out or put something in underwater?
No one might find out.
Because we have Sir Garen's plate mail in the haversack. I could easily hold on to that, float down, put it back in the bag if I get to the bottom, and then swim.
Or just leave it since we don't use it for anything.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to,
or I could borrow Nathaniel's plate mail.
No, probably take Sir Garen's. I think that's my next idea is to have somebody sink. So if you're willing to take the time to just hold on to you've got the water breathing thing. If you just want to hold it, if you'll just sink to the bottom because it's so heavy.
If you want a big useless weight that we don't need, I'll give you the bow.
Zing! That was good.
If Arthur even thought that, he heard some fucking words in his
Arthur's getting ready to have a conversation with this thing. It's like going to give it an ultimatum, and it's going to boil down to...
You're going to have to try really hard to have a conversation.
We're meeting you more than halfway. We're meeting you 3/4 of the way. And if you want to spend eternity in whatever this shithole is, he's not going to take many losses for it.
Anyways, Bartlett, do you want to try?
We'll play that out later.
Yeah,
He's gonna leave the bow here. He's gonna put the bow on the bottom of the goddamn.
I mean, I can't. The armor doesn't give me any water breathing. It just lets me swim. And if I die, I float up 60 feet around. So that's
Yeah, and I like Will's idea of you have to be on the verge of drowning.
That's similar to the bridge, right?
Yeah, because this is both meta and not meta. These are meant to be solved, but you can't. It's not you have to have X sort of tool, ability, potion to do it. So yeah, I'd say someone just swim down until they start running out of breath, and
And you're only 6 feet away when you turn around.
Exactly.
Only one of us is being paid to be here.
Yeah, does Nathaniel volunteer this?
He doesn't volunteer, but he'll go if asked. He'll go.
Oh, we just met. Anna's not gonna. Anna's can't.
Anna's not going to just callously throw away her bodyguard like that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, she just paid him 15 gold pieces.
Yeah.
She at least needs to take him for 15 days.
I mean, Anna's willing to try it. She's got a pretty good constitution, so she could get pretty far.
Yeah.
She might have the best constitution of the bunch at this point.
I mean, yeah, I've pulled Sir Garen's armor out of the haversack and it's just sitting there.
I don't even think you'll need it. You can use it, but I think.
Well, the only problem is I don't think I have a swim speed, or it's a quarter.
Yeah, half your movement.
No,
right.
Well,
I'm just saying I don't think.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I'm tracking what you're saying, Marshall. Marshall's saying he doesn't think we'll need it because it's about can you push yourself all the way to the limit and get it right before
it's not like you have to get X distance.
Or we're about to find out. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now we're getting no distance, so.
All right.
With the armor, can't hurt.
I'll say I will go and try the drowning thing.
Okay.
Before Bartlett tries the armor. I have a 14 constitution, so I'm not sure how far I can get.
So what's your aim? You're trying to swim down?
I am trying to swim down and push myself to the limit till when I feel like I'm going to get close to passing out. And then...
All right. So you see Anna enter the water as Saru is starting to pull out the armor and figure that out. And Arthur is wrestling with the thoughts of just tossing that bow into the water. Anna, you swim down. You get to that point of past 100 feet and you continue on. You keep swimming into the darkness, kind of every once in a while glancing up over your shoulder, and it's just impossibly dark above you. It's hard to tell where that surface is. It doesn't appear like you're getting much closer to the bottom, if at all. There's a lot of tricks being played on your mind. It just doesn't make sense. You keep swimming. 1 minute passes. Push further. You're approaching that point where you probably got half of your breath spent getting down. 1.5 minutes. Do you push further?
Yeah.
So you push past that halfway point. You're still feeling strong. You're still feeling like you can go. You just went a good ways down. But now you are more than halfway in on your breath. And you can feel yourself starting to lose air. And that orange glow just doesn't seem to be moving. So you push on, you push further. 2 minutes are now past. You're all kind of looking at the water. There's no signs of anything. You peek your heads in from above and you still see just darkness. You've kind of lost sight of where Anna is as she continues swimming down. Anna, as you approach the 3 minute point, that's about the point where your breath is going to start to run out. You're going to be in increments, if you will, rounds of breath left. Maybe 18 seconds to be precise. What do you do?
I mean, she will go until there's no point, and then we'll she'll go at least another 12 seconds.
Anna, as you press on further, you can see more of the ground. Seems closer. Seems to be getting within reach. You press on 6 seconds. You press on 12 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, if she can see the
Still
ground.
not, you're still not quite to that torch.
Yeah, if she can see the ground, she's going to keep going.
Another 6 seconds you go, and you can feel your lungs burning. Everything inside you is screaming for air. You know if you continue on, you will no doubt black out. That torch is a little more than an arm's reach away. What do you do?
She'll black out.
Just over 3 minutes and 18 seconds have passed as you all stand on the banks of the water. You don't see Anna. Anna has not returned. What do you do?
Probably like look in the water, see if we can see her.
Make a perception check, Stephen. Stephen, as you peer down into the water, kind of scanning, it's been far too long as far as you know. Like, there's no way she could make it back up at this point. And you're dipping your head into the water, and it is just completely black.
No light this time?
There is no light, and then you all hear the sound of doors opening.
Nice.
And all of you, Anna included, find yourselves on the stone staircase, Anna holding an orange torch in her hand.
Nice, team.
And that is
Ooh,
one. What? You are not wet. No.
Yeah, how's she doing? Is she like gasping
Anna-
for air?
Anna, you're fine. You have air in your lungs. You remember the pain. You remember that feeling of being right at the brink, but you're fine.
All right.
Seeing the kind of like look on her face of like almost horror, Xerxes will just say, "I told you you should have sent the guy that's got 2 pairs of lungs."
Anna will laugh and say, I have a feeling it just would have taken twice as long then. I think it just was about just your willingness to do it. She'll put the torch in and say, last one.
One more time.
Once more with a feeling.
Once more with a feeling.
The aquamarine torch.
I'm not sure how Michael would have played this, but can you guys imagine if, like, Anna had dipped feet first into the ancient red dragon or the shadow creature, or,
Yeah.
one of those things first? That would have been something. I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a
Red
lot-
Dragon, I can see. Shadow Creature.
lot of
That one
interesting
might have
things.
just been a nice DM, like, hey, I can rearrange behind the scenes and they'll never know. We'll never know either.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
I mean, I think if just one of you went to shadow creature, well, then you're awake. You're good to go.
Yeah,
did it.
possibly.
As you get torched for 60 points of fire damage.
Racer survived.
No one died.
Who is dipping in the aquamarine torch?
Steven can do it unless someone else wants it.
Go for it.
All
Roll.
right, there we go.
All right. You guys link arms as Stephen dips the aquamarine torch. You. Great timing. Once more. Yet this time, only Stephen vanishes.
Oh shit!
You all watch Stephen disappear before your eyes, and the aquamarine flame burns incredibly low, as did all the others. But this time it does not stay lit. Stephen, you find yourself alone in a vast inky void. The darkness is overbearing, all-consuming. The quiet of this place is also deafening. You can sense, not see, that a metal door stands only a few feet behind where you stand now. Though you can't see it, you know it's there, and much like the one that you passed to enter into these crypts. You can feel that it is there, that it is unlocked, and that you can pass through it at any time you wish. You also know that passing through this door would mean that you or anyone else would not be able to return to this place again. What do you do?
Can I light some like fire in my hand? Does that illuminate anything, or is it just darkness?
Yeah, so you light fire in your hand, and you see the flame before you, and you can actually make out your hand there. And there's a little bit of light showing on yourself, but it is super dim, and it's like no matter how much effort you put into that flame kind of growing and showing more light, it is just so dark here. It's just like the darkness is like pushing down on the light, keeping it within this very small area.
Can I just one more? Can I like put it at my feet? What am I standing on?
As you like push it down towards your feet, you can see that maybe there's this roiling fogginess, but it's hard to tell if it's fog or if it's like literally shadow stuff, like made of shadow. It's just so dark here.
And Stephen will, as I walk away from the door, can I always feel its presence, or does it, like, as I take a few steps away, I kind of lose my sense of where it is?
So as you take a few steps from the door, you do get the sense that it is just ever present.
Okay,
behind you.
I've got that feeling of it's an anchor.
Yeah, it never seems
Constant,
to quite.
if you
It
will.
never seems to quite leave you.
Okay.
Always there, no matter how much you walk or which direction you walk in.
All right, then I'll just walk forward for a while.
So, Stephen, as you start to kind of wander, walking forward, you just like expecting your eyes to adjust. They just fail to. This complete absence of light, just your eyes naturally adjust to this type of darkness, but it's not happening. How long do you intend to wander?
I'll stop for a moment, and I will hold my hand out and then reach forward, fully expecting to grab a torch.
As you reach forward,
Like I'm visualizing it.
thinking
in my
about this torch just kind of appearing there, almost like hoping that it will just, you'll be able to grasp it. You find nothing before you, just air.
I'll keep walking.
So you start up walking again. Make a perception check.
Michael, I'll admit I have a 0.01% hope of what I'm going to find in this chamber. And it would be just so amazing if it came true.
Stephen, as you walk forward, you're not exactly sure how long, but you hear this distant sound. It sounds like movement, sounds like something walking, something large, moving through or around the area, attempting to stalk silently, but not silent enough to go unnoticed. Sounds like a big creature, as far as you can tell. What do you do?
If I had to guess, is it close? Is it still like a ways away?
You think it's like over 100 feet away.
Okay, so I still got. Stephen will call out to it.
What do you say?
What Marshall would say. Hello? Is anyone there?
Stephen, you hear this growl, this roar. Fairly distant, but immense. It sounds aggressive, it sounds angry, and then it kind of trails off, and you're left back again in only silence.
And so I don't even hear it walking anymore?
Nope. Seems gone.
Well, I'll keep walking.
So you walk on a little longer. Start to hear more sounds, this time different, though there are growls and roars present, but this sounds more chaotic. It's the sounds of battle. Blades crashing and spells flinging. You hear grunts, you hear wails. They're familiar to you. You hear the sounds of your party, your friends. They seem to be somewhere within the next 100 or so feet. And as you close the gap, those sounds start to become more desperate. They sound more pained. And then you hear as those voices, those grunts, those calls of your party members each begin to be silenced. You hear what sounds like bodies falling to the floor. You hear broken bones. You hear tearing skin. You hear people dying. What do you do?
Stephen will say to himself, "This is not real."
and keep on walking.
So you
And he'll like
walk-
be like just as he's like imagining like walking through like a hallway of that noise, just it's not real. It's not real. And like just that's whether audibly or in his head, just keeps on going forward.
As you press on, your senses start to tingle. You get this cold feeling come up your spine. You get goosebumps and the hair standing up on your neck, and you feel, or you smell iron. You smell blood. You've smelled this before. You've been in battle. It smells like you're in the midst of a field of death. You can smell it. You can sense it. You get the feeling that your friends are all around you and that they are all gone, dead. Something has torn through them all. And then you hear that sound again, this time much closer. It's probably 30 feet in front of you, this deep and hearty growl, this roar, something that has just completely annihilated your party seems to be somewhere in the distance before you. And behind you, you feel warmth and you feel safety. You hear laughter. You hear like clinking glasses. You hear people talking. It's hard to make out. The sounds don't sound familiar, but maybe they do. It sounds like just like maybe the streets of Briarwood. What do you do?
Still dark everywhere though, right?
Completely and utterly black. One direction is this growling beast of unknown size, and one direction is what seems like safety.
Keep walking towards the beast.
Stephen, you find yourself back within the space. All of your friends still holding hands in the corridor with the dimly lit blue embers. Stephen, you are holding a aquamarine torch within your hand at the bottom of the staircase.
Sweet.
You all hear the door opening, see the light as Stephen emerges.
Nicely done.
That was a scary one. Just sheer and utter darkness. Let's all gather around this torch and hopefully prepare to meet a goddess.
Yeah.
Stephen, as you dip that torch into the final white flame, it illuminates with that aquamarine light, and the door that was so heavy before just seems to open on its own. As it does, the final light does go out. FYI. Before you, you see a small hallway and 2 doors. One to the left, one to the right. There is an inscription on each written in the language of Celestial, which I know at least one of you knows. I'm not sure who.
I think it's Isabel.
Yeah.
It's Isabel.
Yeah, so we'll,
I do too.
Oh, nice.
Isabel and
Isabel.
Xerxes, you can immediately see that these inscriptions, one reads the path of the body, and the other reads the path of the mind.
Good.
Path of the mind is to the right, path of the body to the left, if it matters to you.
So which path?
My vote's pretty obvious as a wizard.
yeah, I mean, we're just shooting in the dark. Path of mind seems fine. I can't really climb very well, so that's in the path of body and it's all. I don't know if you guys watch try to climb all this way.
Anna remembers the
Although I do have spider climb prepared.
The bones.
But I don't know. Path of the mind sounds. But I very lightly hold that. I think we're just shooting in the dark here.
Yep.
Sure.
Does someone have a strong opinion? Cool.
Do we get the
Alright.
feeling, Michael, the doors give off that same feeling of, hey, you can only go in one and never go back, or everybody has to go in the same one, or
seems
six
once one door is opened, it seems like that may be the path that is chosen.
All right.
That's what it seems like.
Stephen will push open the door to the path of the mind.
Dope. You see a staircase descending, or going up before you.
Oh, I think that's going down. No, I think you had it right the first time. Is everyone else coming, or?
Yeah, I assume that's the door we picked.
There's a hallway and stuff, yeah.
Oh shit, that wasn't even. Love it. Okay. As you come to the end of the hallway, you see a door before you that reads the chamber. I'm just gonna type it out because
Of secrets.
Chamber of Osius.
Osius.
Also in Celestial. upon the door.
It's hard to see now because but aren't there two doors up here?
Yeah, it's a double door. The door to your left is actually not a door anymore. It is just a wall.
Okay, got it.
You get the sense that maybe taking the path of the body would have put you out right there.
Okay. Push.
Any check on like history check on if Osius means anything or religion?
Yeah, roll history or religion would be good. So thinking back, the name Osius, maybe you've read it before. Trying to like pinpoint its origin. It's not Elven. It's not Dwarvish. It's hard. It's a strange, naming convention. There is something there. It might be based in some fictional text or religious text, but you're not quite sure.
Yeah, so Anna's heard that. No, she's heard the name before, but just like cannot recall.
Yeah, it's like a somewhat familiar name, but maybe it's just a name.
All right. She'll be thinking about that as Stephen, I assume, pushes the door open and we keep going through.
So you push the door open. See a large room before you. If I can. In the center of a pool, you see a creature made of stone that looks like this. Head of a lion, body to match. These large wings that kind of extend outward. This looks very much like a sphinx. And that is where we'll pick up next time. Oh boy.
Any handlebars off of it at all?
Trying to be a Sphinx rider?
Ride or die.
Little Sphinx rider action? Large Sphinx room. Wow, you guys got through a bunch. Can I just say, I'm very impressed that you got through all of those the way you did. Without saying too much, that's what I will say.
Very much wonder what would have happened if we wouldn't have made it. If it just been like, oh, I guess we got to walk back or get this. Interesting. The chamber.
That must be a question for another day, I think, because there is an answer, and I don't think you would have liked it.
Fair.
I don't think you would have liked it. Add it to the list. Damn it.
Man, it's crazy. It was the exact same amount of XP as last week. 2,310. That's awesome. We're just...
And we could get a lot of XP just because that was was like 6 trials. It's not nothing.
Yeah.
It's not a small amount of XP.
Killed an ancient red dragon. Killed a giant smoke monster.
I'd like to point out that this is not a joke. It's this amount of XP because it is funny.
Oh, I'm excited.
420.
I could.
Leet! It is literally 1337, which I think is pretty good. That is literally the amount of XP.